All right, welcome everybody to How To Wednesday. We do this every Tuesday and Wednesday at 12 noon East. Had a cough, sorry. At 12 noon Eastern time. Great to see you all. Hey Joe, how you doing? Must say hi to you when I see you, Joe. Great to see everybody here today. I'm going to tell you a bit about how to Tuesday and How To Wednesday works. It happens every Tuesday and Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time, right here. You can come, you can invite your guests, you can invite people that don't know, very much about Nowsite at all, or, you could have been here for 6 or 7 years. It's completely up to you. But I'm going to tell you a bit about how to Tuesday and Wednesday works. I'll tell you a bit about all things that are happening inside of Nowsite, kind of for the week, just so that you're up to date where you can find some info at. And then we raise our hands and ask any question that they want. Nothing is off the table. So it could be about my AI. It could be about marketing AI. It could be about the unlimited plan. It could be about websites. It could be about posting. It could be about anything. You can raise your hand at any time to kind of get in line if you want to, because once somebody asks the first question, it kind of starts to pile up. And then somebody asks the second, and then the next question. And then by the time 1 o'clock rolls around, everybody's panicking and putting their hand up and going, one more question, Cheryl. So always a good idea. If you have any question, raise your hand as soon as you can. Okay. All right. So just 1 second here. All right. So just making sure everything is good. Okay. So a little bit about this week. You can find our training calendar inside of your account. I'm going to point that out to you and show you exactly where that is, just so that you can kind of stay up to date and what's happening every single week, and you never have to guess on kind of our event. Okay, let me grab that for you. So this is inside of your Nowsite account. And here, right here in the little blue button, see it? Bottom right-hand corner, if you click on it, there's a little section that says resources. And when you click on that resources section, you can see the calendar of events. So we're on the 21st. We're at How To Wednesday with me. A little bit later, we have live website funnel building with Serena Mays. She's super cool, very patient. If you want to learn more about building funnels, you can go hang out with Serena today. We have My AI Live tomorrow. You can kind of see the list of live training events that we have. If you scroll down just a bit further, we have some quick start videos and some mobile videos for you, important links, how you can contact support, all that kind of great stuff right here on this page. It's just now.site/getting-started. I'll put it here in the Zoom chat, but you can always access it from inside of your account just by going to the little blue guy bottom right-hand corner here, right under resources. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, make sure that you update your app. Right? Go to your app store, go to your app store, go to your Google Play Store. You can go and update your app. We have some new things happening in the app, including Train My AI, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, and make sure my app is updated too. And then, of course, if you have questions, we're going to do exactly what my friend Stephanie did here. We're going to raise our hands, we're going to get in line, and we're going to ask any question. Nothing's off the table, any question that we want. So, Stephanie, hi.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad. I appreciated your help the last time. I had a picture on my design for sales and marketing. I had the slideshow. Anyway, I was able to fix the one photo, but I've been struggling with the banner one still, and haven't been able to get that fixed. So I'm just wondering if you could help me with that, please.
You want to do it together?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me the email address of your account?
Yeah, it's Livin, Livin life, U-R, the letter U, the letter R, way, W-A-Y, @gmail.com.
Found you. Okay.
Sorry, I've been fighting a cold the past week, so.
I hope you feel better.
Oh yeah, no, it's I have to because my grandson's birthday is on Saturday, so his
Oh,
first
you
birthday.
better. Hey, you better get it together.
Yeah, yeah, I am.
All right, trying to get into your account. Here we go. All right, let me just. Okay, so I'm going to go to the website section, right?
Yes, and you're going to go to design for sales and marketing underneath the templates DSM on the right hand side.
This one?
Below that one.
This one?
Yes.
You want me to make a copy of it so I don't mess something up?
Yeah, I think you did that the last time on the one.
Yeah. I have a tendency to be like, let me make a copy.
Yeah, you did a copy already here.
Okay, can I do this one? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do a copy again. Copy. Let me just see. All right, so this is the background image that you have. Is that what you want to change?
No, if you scroll right down to the bottom,
Huh?
and you'll see the slideshow right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the last one. It should be the last one. It's a brochure.
This one?
No.
This
Oh,
one?
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
No, not that's a postcard. No, the last one. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong place. Yeah,
Okay.
that one there. And I've
Okay.
been trying to resize it and it's just not doing
Uh-huh.
it.
So what size do we have everything else at?
I tried that too. I tried measuring it with some of the other ones because they're different. And
So what it does, right, is it's not going to actually resize your photo. It's going to tell you what will be in it at that size.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what I'll probably have to do is go into Canva and make it this size and then bring it back in then.
That's what I would make it 1650, 1275 here.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of upload it. Otherwise, it's going to be like, see this little shadowy box thingy?
Yeah, it's too big.
Yeah, too big.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll go back and do that. I don't know, I didn't think of that one, but thank you.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yep, we're
Sorry,
good.
up further. All right. Well, Stephanie, first one up. All
Who's
right.
next?
Who's next? Anybody have a question? Stephanie, thank you so much. 1650, 1275. That's what I would remember. Anybody else have a question about Nowsite? What can I ask about? You can ask anything. We're all pros, though. We got it down. This happened to us yesterday, and then somebody asked a question like Pete, and then all of a sudden it took off. Pete, what's happening?
Hey, Cheryl. Okay,
Hey.
question is, this is with regard to, let's say, Facebook advertising, okay? Are we able to integrate so that when we get a lead in off Facebook, that it automatically, puts it into, our contact manager and so that we can kind of, have, an automated email that would go out to them and that, you've replied to our ad. And like if there was like a Facebook form, for example, which was attached to the ad, so we kind of get the details anyway, and then they click submit.
Mhm.
Can we have it integrated with Facebook ads and things?
So I'm gonna tell you the one that looks best while having a link that will attach to an ad. Just one sec, okay? So if I'm gonna create an ad specifically that goes on Facebook, this isn't for a bunch of people, but here in my website section,
Mhm.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on add new, but I'm gonna do now I want to build it myself. Okay. And I'm
Mhm.
going to choose my blank template to start with. And I'll tell you why in a second. I'm going to call this Pete demo. And so obviously, if we're doing like a Facebook advertisement, whatever, we need our form to be above the fold and we only need a form. Maybe a headline, but we need nothing else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over a content section and I'm probably going to split it into three. And I'm probably going to put my form right in the center of those three. So no matter if somebody's mobile or desktop version, they always get a really great look at my form that's sitting above the fold. So then I'm going to pull my customer form into this section that's here. And anytime somebody fills in the form to get the info wherever you need them to go, obviously they will be put into your contact manager, which could then trigger an email, but you need it to have that look, right?
Actually, Cheryl, I probably wasn't so clear here. I was meaning a Facebook form, but you know, because when you run a Facebook ad, if
Mm-hmm.
you attach a Facebook form, actually the cost of the lead and Facebook favor because it's kind of keeping people on the
Yeah.
platform, we get a better price per lead. So what I was really meaning was a Facebook form, but you can have it where that when someone clicks on, submit their details, that automatically adds them into our, contact manager. So I've got that running with an external site at the moment, and a tech
Yeah.
guy set it up for me. But my question is there some way that we could do that with Nowsite?
There isn't a place that you could do it that way where if they're giving you the form, it kind of like, I don't know if you want to call it zaps into it or whatever, and will go into your contact manager immediately. You would have to have them either fill in the form that was on a website or you
Okay.
would have to take that CSV and upload it into a list.
Right. Okay. So really, if we want to get people into our Nowsite contact manager, it really needs to be them like coming onto a landing page, putting that email in, their name and submitting it through, and now they're in. So there's no other way to integrate some external thing so that it automatically happens without them filling in the landing page details. Yeah.
Right, because I know you could stick other types of forms into a website using HTML or JavaScript, but that's not the way it works with a Facebook ad. And that would be of no use to you whatsoever. You'd have to take that. The only other thing is taking the CSV file that they provide with the info and uploading it into your contact
You
manager.
see, at the moment, Cheryl, I've got something where I can run a Facebook ad and it's all synced up
Yeah.
with using something like similar to Zapier and things like that. And it automatically, as soon as somebody submits the form, even though they've not come onto a landing page yet and they've not put their email,
Yeah.
it actually puts that contact and their telephone number into, excuse
Yeah.
me, it's automatically putting them into my database without them actually subscribing via their details and submitting, if that makes sense. So that's how I've got it working at the moment. And I've also got like a WhatsApp integration where it automatically sends them a WhatsApp at the same time that they're automatically getting an email in case they don't get the email, which brings me on to my next question, which was, I don't think when Outside's got like an API have this so that we couldn't integrate WhatsApp in the way that I'm referring to.
That would be the only way. Because there's no Zapier, there's no integration with any other third-party platform.
So there's no other integration with any third-party platforms, no?
No.
Right. So we couldn't get WhatsApp working automatically, where they get an email when they've got a WhatsApp. So that couldn't happen because now site doesn't facilitate that.
But like I could put WhatsApp on a website, but I couldn't put
Yeah,
in whatever,
got you.
yeah, into my contact manager. It just doesn't work that way.
Okay. And one more thing on that then. So let's say I wasn't going to use WhatsApp. I know there's the SMS opportunity. The bit that worried me was something I picked up the other day, which is it's nothing to do with Now site, but if we use the SMS campaign, sorry, the SMS to work in integration with them getting an email and they get an SMS, are the SMSs likely to get through, Cheryl, or unlikely? What would you say?
If you're importing the list,
Um, well, I hadn't thought specifically about importing a list or even, somebody signing in on the landing page, if you like. And they do put their details on the Now site landing page, and we do have a mobile number where we ask them to put it in. Would we be able to integrate the SMS so as well as them getting an email automatically? Would they? would they be able to
Or
get an SMS?
you're gonna have to face the bylaws of like SMS that are happening right now, one of which you need to show a proper opt-in to SMS because they're kind of cracking down. That's not a now site thing, that's an SMS
Yeah,
thing. And
yeah,
if I wanted a higher deliverability on SMS, you're given the phone number because that's what Facebook provides you because they know that contact info the moment that somebody clicks, right? And they're calling it a sort of opt-in, but deliverability for SMS is kind of wonky. So if I wanted a high deliverability on that SMS, I would have people opt in using a keyword like send Coco to blah, blah, blah. That's why that's kind of happening more as you opt into SMS during third party as well. So if you want a higher receiving rate and less chance of having your SMS number shut down, that would give you the most deliverability. But because you're kind of importing this list that's given to you through Facebook because they already have that info, it's not going to have the same deliverability.
okay, okay, okay. Is there, from what I've said to you, just in this questioning, is there
Yeah.
anything that you would suggest would be just the best route to go down, or the closest we could get to that? Is there anything that you would suggest, Cheryl?
So the an opt-in from a Facebook ad is amazing because you can kind of like they can give you information on a click, right? Like
Hmm.
if I click on something, they're like Cheryl Coco, Cheryl Coco5 at gmail.com, 856-625-2019, blah, 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 blah. And all I have to do, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's auto-populated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like bam, right? Which seems great, but it's great in collecting data, but it doesn't collecting data doesn't often mean conversions.
Yes, agreed.
It's focusing on what you do next with those people. And, I'm going to talk like high level here. I'd probably go retargeting to an opt-in. If I wanted
Hmm.
the highest conversion rate, I would probably take that list, retarget, create an opt-in that created the offer.
Yeah. Okay. So if I say I was want, this is in an ideal world, I want to
Yeah.
have a lovely landing page for Nowsite, which takes them then to the information I want them to see. I would like
Right.
to run I'd like to run a Facebook ad. I'd like to point people. Well, I will send it to my landing page and have it
Mhm.
so that when they put their details in, which then triggers off an email, that is going to give them the link to watch the next page where the information's on, that they would have ideally got a WhatsApp or an SMS that said, and that's
Yeah.
only because we find that the SMS or the WhatsApp seems to get a better response to an ad than necessarily an email.
Well,
So,
not necessarily response. You're talking open rate. Has a
okay,
better open rate.
okay, yeah, open rate, yeah, Cheryl. So in an ideal world, I would have had something that enabled an email to be sent and an SMS or a WhatsApp.
Mhm.
And if I'd gone super ideal, it would have meant that they clicked on and submitted the form, which had been auto capture of that information, and it had automatically put them into my Now site database before. And in other words, I didn't really necessarily need that landing page to get the email and whatnot. It's
Yeah,
already
I
come
mean
in.
that's in the ideal world. In an ideal world, if I was doing the same thing, I'd take all of those contacts that Facebook gave to me, run a retargeting ad, and then probably give them the info.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I know there's other things out there that do this and do that, but I love Nowsite. I'm not interested in the other things anymore. So the way I see it is, I've just got to find a way to make it work and give me the best possible outcome. But Nowsite is at the center of everything, right? So if there's not a direct way of doing it, there's another way I'll look at it. But either way, Nowsite all the way. That's how I feel anyway. So thank you, Sarah.
yeah. I love it though. I like the thinking and the internet marketing style that you have, Pete. Of course, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Thanks
you.
for that, Cheryl. Cheers.
Thank you. Love to you. I think it's great. Arbo, what's happening?
Wow. Um,
Pete's
what I
awesome,
can,
right?
yeah, wow. I'm sure that Pete probably lost half the people on this call, but that's okay, Pete, because I was with you all the way. And I'm so glad that you got to the final comment that you made of sticking with Nowsite, because I've been in marketing since the 90s, and I've seen it. I've seen it when it used to work with all of the blasting out emails and doing all of that and the cold calling, and then I've seen it come back. So um, I've raised my hand for a reason, but I do want to just comment on what Pete was saying, is that there is all of these other tools out there for the advanced marketing person. And if you try to compare Nowsite with all of that, yeah, you'll go crazy. But if you look at the simplicity of Nowsite for the average solo entrepreneur, it's a blessing. Okay. So I think that's where the frustration comes, because a lot of my colleagues who are also marketers for years, and they know all about Zapier and segmenting and analytics and all that stuff. They go crazy, but then you can go into analysis paralysis, right? So Nowsite, and so I've had some that I've signed up, then they got off of it because it just wasn't advanced enough, whatever. But then I have so many other people that there's more of that are just trying to simply run their business. They're just trying to simply get new prospects. So the reason I raise my hand is because I have a good, I want to tell you, you can get business. Just doing it simple. I have never been a social media person because I've always been technical. Just let me just do the technique. So whenever I have a social media aha moment or great moment, I'm going to share it. So the surprise me came up one day, and I get picky about the surprise me, and I'm like, it's good, but I'm like, I wouldn't post that. I wouldn't post that. So lately, some of them, stop laughing, Cheryl. So some of them, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post that. It's corny as hell, corny. It's corny, but I'm gonna post it. So there was one I posted. I don't know if I shared it with you all, about something about lemons. Life gives you lemons, but you can, whatever it said. And I got people responding. They're like, oh yeah, talk about your triumph, whatever. So people were responding. I was like, okay, this is cool, whatever. But this one, it came up one day, and it happened to be a Tuesday, and it said Tech Tuesday. I was like, what? Tech Tuesday? How about a technical word or something that it came up with? And I was like, now it's talking. This is tech stuff. So I posted it, but it was kind of like too generic. And then I said, what if I came up with the technical word or whatever, and told it to create a post based on this technology, or whatever. So I did that, and here's what I want to read back. So I did this tech post, and it was kind of corny, but it was talking about snackable videos and how snackable videos is so popular, right? So this person liked it, and I don't know this person. And so I used AI, and I replied back, and I said, thanks for liking my post about snackable videos. If you ever want to delve into a conversation about how these bite-sized visuals, it's so corny, but bite-sized visuals can simplify your brand's narrative, I'd be more than happy to share insights over a Zoom call. She responded back, hi, Arba, I'm so glad you messaged me. I invite a conversation, twofold if you don't mind. I would like to also ask if you will facilitate an intro to AI webinars. I am the member of a Women in Higher Ed nonprofit, and we are planning enrichment events for the membership and beginner AI was a suggestion. Okay. And that was from taking a chance and sending one of those corny posts and then opening the conversation. So
I got to comment. I love you. Thank you for sharing. I have to comment because sometimes kind of getting out of our own way, right? Helps. This is my favorite thing. So we have all different personality types here, right? Okay. So if you feel like you are, the most of you is very fire personality. You make a decision in a split second. You're ready to go. You keep things short. You're like, boom. Drop me a 1 here in the chat. Feel like you are fire. Like, bam. We're doing this. You are not a fire. Definitely not. You better stop lying, Arba.
oh.
I would never say that.
Anything except social media.
She is analyzing it, looking at it, deciding.
It depends what it is. It depends what it is. I made up my mind quick that I didn't want to do it.
There you go. But I didn't want to do it. All right. How about those people that are like, I have to make sure I take everybody and everything into consideration before I make this, because what if I hurt somebody's feelings? Joe, I'm not that I'm pointing you out, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. It'll be okay. But I'm going to like make sure that I'm doing this like with love. How about those people? Are there those people here? They're like a 2. Drop a 2 here in the chat. Joe, drop a 2. I'm teasing Joe. Bonseal. There's Ed. There we go. Bonseal, you're definitely a 2. Okay, love you. All right. Then you have those people. Rita, yes. Okay. Now we have a few people. All right. How about, right, this person? Where's Serena Mays? I hope she's still here. You're a 3. You're like, I think this might be a good idea, but let me look into it. Let me do a little bit of research. Let me check it out. I have some questions I need to ask.
No, that's not me either.
Maybe I should think about it. I'm not sure. I know it's you, Serena. I love you. The people I know. Robert Arthur says me. Yeah, Joe? All right. Well, I'm gonna think about it. I'll make a decision. I got it. All right. So sometimes, right, there's this side of us where that surprise me post will be like, well, it surprised me. I don't know if this is it. As if you like, I'm gonna tease her because I know her, but like as if you were the authority on social media who hates it, you're gonna tell me what works. There are a lot of they're like, it doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't post that on social media. And I'm like, probably for the best that you do then. It's probably giving you a better chance. It doesn't matter. Like, oh, I'm not sure. Try it. Because it's probably going to be the post that gets you the engagement that you didn't know was possible because you were speaking to a whole different crowd that was like, oh,
she's human.
Right? Gosh, look at this. She's human. I love it, Arba, right? So, hey, this is your sign, right? If you've seen a surprise me and you're like, I don't know if I'd ever post that. Good. Try it.
Yeah.
It might just be the one that does. Try it. Maybe the engagement, right, will happen because they're designed to be, of course, a bit in your voice, had a bit of techie, but it's like, hey, yo, hold up a second. Let me make this a bit engaging for the crowd. Let me make sure that people are commenting or whatever. So, Dr. Arvin AI, man, I love you. The reason that I really love this story is the vulnerability in that story, right? And that's super cool. It's like, hey, this wasn't what I thought, but I tried it anyway. And being open to trying new things gave you some awesome results, and we all got to learn from them. So, Arby, I love you though. And just the background of your image is everything. It tells me so much about you. And I love it so much. And I get to learn about everybody that's here. So thank you.
And that's why I'm always off camera, because I'm working like a crazy wizard over here. So yeah, I know. So
She probably is one of those people that, like, if you sat next to her in the coffee shop, because this is me, so I could say, it's like, who is she typing to? Jeez, but she's just typing. She passionately types every word. You're like,
no, not anymore. Not anymore. I just prompt my AI. All you gonna see me doing is copy paste, swipe. That's, they need to come out with a new dance. Copy paste, swipe. Copy paste, swipe, send. I might make millions. I'm gonna work on that right now. Got to go.
She turned the camera. Practice that dance. Send it to us when you're ready. Love you. Thank you, Arba. We have Robert who has a question. Hey, Robert, what's happening?
Hey, Cheryl, love your energy and how you show up. Thank you. I've been on many of your trainings. First time asking a question, but great engagement. Thanks, guys. How would you respond? Yeah, I'm laughing because you kind of nailed my personality a while ago, but I'm like touchy-feely kind of guy. I tend to be on the heart side, more esoteric with some of the stuff I do. Yeah. So my question is this. I do want to introduce more of my community to the benefits of AI, specifically Nowsite. I love Nowsite. I have the, marketing. Obviously, I'm on this, and I plan to do more with it, using it every day. Long story, here's the question. The question is, how would you address my own little, maybe imposter, whatever it is, that tells me, Robert, if you tell your network you're using AI, they're going to see through some of your beautiful posts over the last 2 months. So how do you deal with the questioning internally that if you say, hey, I found this incredible AI tool, are you using it? You should look at it. And then deal with the question, which is based on truth partially, of then my network would know that I'm using AI a lot. So what's me and what's my AI? So do you understand my question?
Yeah, well, 1,000,000%. I completely understand your question. I'm glad that you asked it, because I'm sure that there are more people here that ask that question as well, right? So it's a really fascinating question in the fact that we have every personality type that struggles with that imposter syndrome. However, I really like how you put it in, hey, I have these posts and I'm really just, what if people find out that it wasn't really me, it was AI? The way I have a much more blunt personality. I kind of came from construction, so I have this hey, I'm going to say what I got to say. And I worried about the exact same thing. What if somebody's like, hey, that's AI, whatever. That has to be everybody. But here's the thing, it's always what I wanted to say. It just finds a way to say it better for me. It's not as though I didn't have that thought. It's not as though I wouldn't have said that. I would have said it. I just didn't have the words to say it. So I feel like the posts about my children specifically have come a really long way, because I'm able to share a bit more emotion. And it's not that I don't feel that way. It's just that I didn't know how to express myself so well. And the AI does that better for me. When I talk about my son, Jay, specifically, I'm very proud of him, and I want it to show that I'm very proud of him, but I don't think I always had the proper words to say it. But now the AI helps me find that voice. So I think there's a way in saying,
sorry, and I resonate with it. No, I was just saying I resonate with everything you just said. And I don't really struggle with embracing AI, because I, like all of us are sharing, even in the chat, including what you just shared, Cheryl, I know that because of AI, I am expressed. To me, it's just, it enhances my creativity and my imagination. And because I've learned to, even in my prompting of my AI, I'm weaving in my own personal lessons and who it pertains to in some. And so when my Robert AI spits out a suggested post, it has weaved in already into it my own teachings and style. And so I guess, so the deeper question is, again, does it devalue any? Do you see, does that hold any water when your community knows more and more that you are using AI? Are you saying that you just when you mention that you're using AI, or you even reference Nowsite as a referral, are you saying that the caveat is to couple that with how it's weaving into my life and my business and how it's enhancing who I am? Is that the answer?
I think for me that would be the answer, especially given the fact that you have that personality type. Probably won't be my answer. I'd be like, whatever, I'm doing it because I am. But here, if you feel that need to explain, then of course you like it's true. But Serena says this. Serena says you can feel good that you aren't offering something that you aren't using yourself.
That's a great point. Thanks, Serena. So, and that's part of it too. Again, I got Nowsite 3.5, 4 months ago. I immediately started it, but now it's like a daily thing. Even my team communication, my posting, I'll tell my AI, okay, please write me out a schedule for the next 7, all kinds of stuff that I'm using it for, above and beyond just a simple post. So
I'd probably be the person that was like, yo, Robert, don't you love me? You didn't even tell me about this tool that you had. I'm out here on the struggle bus.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. So thanks for that. Thanks for that reminder too, is that it is a gift, and a lot of people, and to me, one of the biggest gifts of all, I'm sure we can all relate. My goodness. I mean, this stops analysis paralysis in its tracks. It stops writer's block in its tracks, and it opens up all these doors. So it's been a godsend. So
I love that. Robert Rita also says music sometimes says what we feel better too. It's not saying anything that we wouldn't say ourselves. It just does it
better. Yeah. Well, thanks for the dialogue this morning. So
yeah, you're great. Thank you, Robert. I love this conversation. Serena goes, initially you are the one prompting it to do something. There's you in it everywhere. It's so cool because we all feel the same way that Robert does, right? We're like, hey, it is me though. Like somebody might be like, hey, you haven't been writing this post, but in reality it is you, right? And it's the way that you feel, and it's this voice that you carry, and you're like proud of it. It's not something that you wouldn't say. It just kind of helps, right? It enhances it. It's really cool. Robert, I think first of all, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for your question. I think there's a lot of people here that can relate to what you're saying, and they've all kind of had their own way of kind of explaining and sharing, which I appreciate you all for your comments here in the chat and encouraging Robert as well. So Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks.
Yeah. Denise, Debo, what's happening?
What's happening? So the other thing I was going to say to Robert and to everybody else, look, there's a lot of AIs out there, but there is not my AI, right? There's not Robert's AI because we trained it, right? And of course, sure, sometimes we need to tweak it a little bit, but the best way to tweak it is to train it some more, right? Just put more information in there. And the more you do, the more of you that's in there. And then I gotta tell you, sometimes you really don't know what you wrote and what it wrote. It just
it's great.
So true. I'm like, did I write that? Or I like look back and be like, did I write that? I don't think I did. Does it matter anymore? I don't think so.
It's
right?
good. Just put
I
it out
can't even
there.
tell.
There you go.
Yep. So that's awesome. Thank you, Denise. Love you.
Love you.
This is my is my other Cheryl, Cheryl Clow. You know, we didn't even plan it, but it's Cheryl Clow and Cheryl Coco. We should probably have like a podcast together.
Okay.
You know, the Cloco or something. I don't know. It seems like it will be fun.
All right.
The Cheryl's, the Cloco, the Cheryl Cloco. You know, I don't know. So many fun
Okay.
things.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a plan.
Sorry, you have a question, and I'm
No,
trying.
no, I just have a few comments.
Yeah, I'm trying to launch a podcast.
Oh, thanks. Since I've had AI, I've talked to different people, and several times I get the comment of, "Oh, AI is bad. The computers are taking over." I said, "No, they're not taking over. It's just as though, Robert had a truck, and you said, well, the trucks are taking over. If your truck is supposed to have 18 wheels and it has 17, that's hard work, even though with the 17 wheels, why not make it easier? You know?" Um, and if your people are telling you sound different, you sound this, tell them you've been in school, you've been in AI school. You're supposed to sound different when you go to school. And it's not taking over. It does what we want it to do. I wish that there had been AI around when I was going to school trying to write these papers and things, and people were saying, you can't do this, you can't do that because it's plagiarism, and you can't do that. So you constantly start over and over and over, and sometimes you finish and sometimes you just quit because you're just exhausted with trying to write these impossible papers.
Yeah.
And I guess it kind of just depends on the response you get from a person, because people don't like change. And if you're changing, they're like what they call crabs in a pot. They'll try to drag you down to walk on you to get out of the pot. So these people, they just might be crabs. So and when you said you did your schedule with the AI, you're saving time, you're saving money. So you take what you can take and do good with it. And the people who are going to do bad with it, they've been here since day one, and they're going to continue doing what they do. But yeah, I find myself using it more and more, and I get more and more comfortable with it. And every time I run across those people saying, AI this and AI that, and they're just talking about what they heard somebody else say, probably when they were in the bathroom and somebody flushed the toilet, and they have no real information because they don't know. So that's some of my comments.
Thank you. You're listening to Cheryl Cloco. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Cheryl Clo. I love it. So very true. Look, it's happening whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And it's either gonna move with you or not, because I'm telling you, my 12-year-old son he is the resourceful one. I have 3 kids, right? I have the smarty pants, the first one, my daughter, who's the tough one, and I have the resourceful one in the middle, right? He can figure anything out. He will be in the middle of homework, not be able to spell something, and he'll be like, Alexa, how do you spell? Right? And there's, how do you spell? What's the Spanish word for? And he'll find some robot in that house to tell him how to spell or how to answer some homework question without ever asking you. It will have that thing up so quick, and he's so resourceful. And we all need to, like, I say to him, dude, you're so fast. Like, you're never waiting for somebody to come around and give you an answer. You will find it somehow, some way. And to me, that's cool. And that's the future of what we're looking at, right?
Mhm.
Kids that can
Yeah.
prompt something super quick.
What,
They're
what,
not them. You
what,
can't, he'll be like, how do you not know how to spell it? Ask something.
yeah, something. We used to ask my mother, how do you spell this word, Mama? She'd say, look it up in the dictionary.
Right?
And I would say, look it up if I don't know how to spell it. She said, what's the first letter? And I'd tell her, what's the second letter? And I'd tell her, what's that? I don't know if I knew all that. And she said, sound it out. And by the time I find the words, like, this is exhausting.
This is the equivalent that kids are living the equivalent of look it up in the dictionary. That's exactly to him what he's doing. He's looking
Yep.
it up. He's just asking some robot how to do it. I'm like, you don't even know who you're talking to. He's out in the street. Hey Google, Alexa, Siri. I'm like, who are you talking to? Shouting out names. Like you're getting your like robot people mixed up, Frank. You don't even know who you're talking to. He's like, who is it? Alexa, Siri, Google, hello. As kids. Did I just activate yours? My bad. I'm activating everybody's Alexa screen. Linda, what's happening? Hey, how are you?
Oh, good morning. I'm probably relatively new to AI, and I started to really use it in my job. And I love that it gives me readability and clarity when I'm sending out emails to clients. It's very clear, and I know they respond to me. They respond to me like they completely understood what I said. And for me, I use it a lot for that. And I noticed on like social media, I feel my posts are clear and my responses are coming in. I'm getting more responses to my posts than I have in the past because I feel that I'm communicating a very clear message. And so when I use AI, I ask, check for readability, proof it, add this, delete that. And it's fast. And I feel that production wise, I'm faster. And when we're faster, we produce more and up goes your income.
Linda sounded like that was the inside of my brain calling me. That was so relatable. Right? Like I'm like, you have no idea. Like I'm like, is this readable? Is this? Like I feel like I can produce way more content, way more like even emails that probably some of you read. Have you upgraded to marketing AI? Or you use like whatever you're getting from Nowsite, like use our own product.
And the work is mine. It's not AI's, it's mine. It's just giving me a better way of saying it or a clearer message, but the message is mine.
Agree. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Me and Linda are like this. Linda.
Yeah. So be proud to use it. And if my colleagues ask me if I'm using it, I say absolutely. Because they're watching me, they're admiring it, and they're going, how does she do that? And most importantly, I have great relationships with our clients.
That's cool. I really love that. That was awesome. Linda, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
For sharing. We're one now. Appreciate it. All right. We're going to go to Robert, who's been the talk of the town.
Thanks, guys. Great comments, Linda. I love how you were talking about how it clarifies and you're just having more clear response. One of my questions right now, because I know we're all getting toward the top of the hour, but is anyone else using, because I'm just about to do a new chapter, you know how we run in different directions for like a few weeks into TikTok, which is the video land. And that's a whole new sandbox to play in. But my question is, are any of us using our AIs to generate some little, video flows, etc.? I do have an app that I could, put the flow in and then tell it the speed, and then I could, create the videos and it's flowing through my screen. I am aware of that. My question is, anybody specifically using our Nowsite AI to generate, the video outline and flows, and maybe coupled with an app which streams it through?
I'm going to answer. I use it to create the captions on our own TikTok that come through. I'll also kind of describe the video and ask it for, sometimes I create like the background text that'll get somebody's attention, and I'll ask it for what does it think the background text on that video should be, or what should be the standout text from a script, because you know how TikTok will give you the script of that video when you do CC or closed captioning. I'll sometimes feed the closed captioning into my AI in order to see like how I can make it better. I also, no matter what, even if I have the music muted or very, very low and people can't hear it, I'll add it because I know it will get more I guess, likes if I add music and stuff to it. But as far as the outline itself, probably because I'm sharing mostly like testimonials and things from Nowsite instead of creating the script. It's something we've talked about internally with like, I don't know if I should say, but like vision coming up and how we're going to use the ability to screenshot and create even videos in Nowsite in the future has been a pretty big talk for us. So I don't know if anybody else wants to comment on it, but I do a lot more than I think most people as far as like every aspect of Nowsite I'm in every day, whether it's creating an email or creating a TikTok reel or looking for a caption or building a website. I use it for every freaking thing. Like, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, I know you're so involved in all the different aspects. That's part of your job. That's your job
Yeah, I
description.
mean, what else can I do? I'm in it. I'm in it to
Yeah.
win it. But does anybody else have any kind of experience that they want to share with Robert using it with TikTok?
And specifically video creation,
Yeah, like video creation. I would use those business profiles to help create info. Anybody like use it to create a script for TikTok and creating kind of like a short video like Robert's saying? We should do more of that. No? It's just you, Robert. You're leading the way.
Well, I'm going to be going to do it, so I'll have to hop back in here. Yeah.
I saw something somewhere today and I can't I have it. It says somebody sent me a text today and I don't know, sometimes when you do something you're like, oh man, I must be crazy. And the person said, you're not crazy, you're just first. I thought that was encouraging. Yeah. So you're not crazy.
Because of all the
go first.
No, because heavens, yes, because of all the wonderful aspects of Nowsite that we're all using every day. I know I am. So it's like that to me is the next logical step. Okay, how can I utilize it to really enhance my other form of content, which is my favorite, which is video.
Yeah. So that's cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I love that too. It was great to hear. I love that too. It was great to hear from everybody. You got to watch the Cheryl Cloco show. Linda and I kind of came together, but Robert, it was great to hear from you as well. Arba, thank you so much, and for everybody that comes, and Stephanie, for everybody that comes in and shares their wisdom and asks their questions. I love How To Tuesday and Wednesday because it gives me an opportunity to get to know everybody that's here and a part of Nowsite and how you use Nowsite. And it gives me great insights into the product and all of you. So thank you so much. Looking forward to the next time we see each other. And I'll see you all later. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Cheryl, for everything.
Thanks.